Hey, it's the Midnight Raven. Today it is Vlogtober day 16, I think. I think we're on day 16. I've lost track of all time apparently. Today I was going to do a Halloween Q&A, but I am still sick. And that is why I haven't been doing any of the Vlogtober stuff on camera. I have had the flu for the last 10, 11 days, and as you can hear, it's not giving up. So I have been really unwell and I have barely filmed. As you can see, I've done like 1 minute videos because it's all I have the patience for. As you can see in my face, I am pale, I am tired. But Vlogtober has continued. They are videos that I have typed voiceovers for, obviously not of my own voice because at the minute I sound like a robot, would actually feature quite well and Halloween at the minute being a deaf warmed up zombie. I haven't slept very well, 3-4 hours a day. I am just so drained. So I thought I'd just do a very small 10-minute catch up video, and that'll be a lot. No more at a Raven today. So I have decorated for Halloween. It is up, but I haven't done a video yet. I'm going to try and do it tomorrow. I wanted to do it on Friday. I wanted to do it on the 13th day, but I was just too ill. And I still don't feel very on my feet. I get a bit lightheaded every time I stand up. It's really, really annoying. But I am taking, as I was told, a good rest, take my time. My body's got quite a low immune system at the minute because it's got so much going on, with all my vitamin deficiencies, my iron deficiency. Some of you will know I went to hospital recently, and had to deal with that, which is still ongoing. I'm having to have more tests, which is good. They don't 100% know what's wrong with me yet, so I'll give you some updates down the line. Just know that I went to hospital. I've had some results. I've got to go back again to a different department to have some more tests done, and that is all I'm going to tell you for now. I will give you an update when I have had the last test, which hopefully will come before, they're hoping, the end of October, but we shall play that by ear. October, November ish time. They're looking before December, because it was a kind of need to get sorted and get looked at just to make 100% sure it isn't anything untoward. I've already had some tests done, I've had some results, but they just want to do one more test like I'm some kind of guinea pig. But at the minute, it's good they don't want to do it too quickly because I'm suffering with the flu and I wouldn't be allowed to go under anesthesia and that while I'm sick anyway. So I am going under anesthesia to have the procedure done. Um, but currently, even if they sent me the appointment, I couldn't have it done currently because I am too sick to go under anesthesia. They couldn't do it with me having the flu. So hopefully a few weeks and I'll get an appointment and I will feel 10 times better because the surgery does take it out of you. You have to be in hospital between 3 and 4 hours afterwards. The procedure is a bit invasive, it can be uncomfortable, but I will tell you more down the line once I've had my results, which can take a couple of hours after I've had them done. I should know before I leave the hospital um, what the results are. Um, and then I have to stay a few hours to recuperate. But I am quite glad that I'm not having it done yet because having the flu is taking it out of me. I also had a counselling session this week. I have a new counsellor. We have gone from having a male counsellor where the funding finished after 7 months. I now have a female counsellor, and at the minute, because of the stress I'm under with ongoing things in my life and my son's life, they have given me weekly appointments at the minute because things are getting a little bit dicey. Obviously, with me going to hospital recently, also having the flu, my son collapsed the other day, so he's having some tests done. And it's all happened in the last 2 weeks. So, for anyone concerned about my son, he did collapse. He hit his head. He has seen a doctor. They are running some more tests in the coming weeks to find out what is wrong with him. He is getting the best care, and he is currently resting for the next couple of weeks. He did hit his head, but luckily he didn't hit anything too important. He did knock himself out. He only blacked out for a few seconds. But he went straight to the doctor the next morning, which was hard for him because he hates the doctor surgery. He didn't want to go to hospital, and if he didn't want to go, I didn't force him because I don't want him wasting resources. He said he felt fine. He then had something to eat a little bit later. He went to bed. He felt fine. He got up the next morning, went to the doctors. They took his blood pressure, his height, his weight, the general stuff. They couldn't understand what was wrong with him, so they have then now sending him for blood tests, which are next week, and then we shall know more. So that is all I know. Um, he does have a few concerns. He is quite tall, and for his height, he needs to eat a bit more, which is easy for a teenager who has a loss of appetite, the same as what I did. So we are thinking along the same lines. He had black stars in front of his eyes before he passed out, like black spots, the same sort of thing I did when I had an iron deficiency. So we are going towards iron deficiency or possible vertigo. He did say that if he sits for long periods, he gets dizzy when standing up, which is something his dad has. So it could be a combination of the both of us. Um, but the good thing is he went to the doctor. He's going to have some blood tests, which he's only ever had one blood test before. So hopefully they can get his veins up because when you have like an iron deficiency and stuff like that, your veins are quite sunken, kind of like me. They've tried 5 times before to get blood out of me and not managed it. I nearly had to have a cannula and have it taken out of my hand, like in the front. That's not fun. Or they can actually draw it from your foot, apparently, which I've never heard, thank God. But apparently they can draw it from your foot if they really need to. Um, but he's fine. He's taking a well-earned rest. He's being watched. He's being encouraged to eat. I go through there 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night, encouraging him to eat, refilling his drinks, and trying to put some weight on. We're going to change both our diets slightly. I've got issues. He's got issues. If it comes back as something else, obviously we will look into that and get him sorted. So yeah, it's been a rough week. I then had my counselling session, which is now a female, as I've just said, and it was an intense session. For a first session with a new counsellor, it was intense. We started talking about Christmas, which, if anyone was here last year, you will know Christmas was not good. I had a breakdown and I entered a very dark place and ended up being sent to a counsellor in January for extenuating circumstances for my mental health, my well-being, and some people know to the extent of just how low I was, to the point where self-harm became a thing, which I've never spoken about before. And over the last 8 months, I have improved. I haven't self-harmed in the last 6 months, since about March, April time, which is good. And I have had maybe 2 incidences where I had thought about it but hadn't. And that is apparently progress, that I am finding other ways to cope or other ways to de stress. So the mental health is quite bad, but we are making improvements. We're taking it day by day. Counseling sessions are now weekly just for the foreseeable time because Christmas is going to be hard for me. And yeah. So, anyone wondering, I am fine. I am coping to a point, but it has been quite a fortnight. Obviously, I went to hospital for a procedure. I then caught the flu. I've been for counselling. My son collapsed, and this is no pity party for us two. This is real life. So I just wanted to let everybody know. People have been wondering where I am. How come Vlogtober wasn't me on camera? For many reasons. I'm just too ill. I'm too ill. My mental health isn't good. But I will love you and leave you. Give it a big thumbs up. Support the channel with a PayPal, Super Chat, or Super Thanks. And I will see you all very soon for another Vlogtober very, very soon. I love you all. Bye, guys.